Hello, Bucks fans. Welcome back to Real Bucks Talk. In today's video, we're going to talk about the defensive line for the Buccaneers and that position group. And it's highlighted by two really good football players, and that is Vita Vea, who comes back for his seventh season in the NFL, turning 29 this year, and really has been a focal point in the news around the local media. He's definitely got into better shape physically, and we've seen him, slim down a little bit and add on, some good weight, some good muscle, and hopefully that leads to, big things for him here as he gets into the later part of his career. Last year he did pretty well. He had 28 solo tackles, 5.5 sacks, so not a bad year for Vita Vea, but you would like to see him continue to elevate and get that, those numbers even higher moving forward. But you look at him, obviously coming back for the team, and it's going to be always a stout run defender, always a guy that can take on double teams, do some different things with his speed and athleticism, and really be an X factor out there, a guy that opposing offenses have to scheme around and defend or try to block. So gonna make it the group, already special at the interior defensive line. But now you add in the rookie from last year who came on, strong late in the season, really played well in the playoffs. That is Calijah Kancey, the defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh University, and he was just really good, especially in the month of November. He won rookie of the month that during that time, and really just kept ascending his play. His play got better as the year went on. Last year, he struggled with some injuries early on in training camp. He had the calf injury, tried to play week one, then unfortunately had a setback and had to miss, several games, came back against Detroit and played fantastic in that game. And then, just kind of kept going from there and got better and was really good in the postseason. So Calijah Kancey's looking to take another step in year two. And now with these two at the forefront, Vita Vea and Calijah, that type of duo could be something, special this season in 24. And here's a clip from Calijah Kancey talking about it and how, what is their ceiling and how good they can be this season.
In better shape. We've seen him. He worked out with Ndamukong a little bit. You played obviously with him. Um, how much better can you guys be together in year two as a tandem inside?
There's no ceiling for the two of us, and also like the team. As far as us too, like this, I mean, we got a year down in our books, and we know how each other plays, and we know how to feed off of each other. If I need to give more, he'll tell me, and if he need to give more, I'll tell him. And that's how we hold each other accountable as a team. We kind of always, like right before we break out of the huddle, the captains and everyone else just kind of tell each other, like, all right, we need to give more. We need to get off the field. The team need a turnover or something like that.
Yeah, that's great stuff to hear from Calijah Kancey. I agree with him that there is no ceiling for this duo. You see them both here on the screen, and just the presence, the disruptions that they can cause working together. You see the attention that Vita Vea draws, as a defensive tackle, and you're hoping both of these players can raise their game to another level and really be dominant. As you see Calijah Kancey get the one-on-ones more often than not, because of Vita Vea is just drawing so much attention to himself. So, if they have to shade more towards Calijah Kancey's side because he's just dominating and continuing to get into the backfield, you could see Vita Vea, benefit from that, and vice versa. So it's really going to be fun to watch them work as a duo and just get more time together. Hopefully this season, both guys can stay healthy and continue to have that type of impact. And it'll make it very interesting for, the outside linebacker position and the other defensive tackles that come in the game and, play around them. It's really going to be fun to watch. But yeah, Calijah Kancey is a beast, man. He just continues to ball out here in these highlights, and hopefully this is just signs of things to come, and we see that more often in 2024. that is going to be very important as you see Vita, looking to, continue to raise his game as well and have a bigger stat line this season. And that will be, something to look for. But just this defensive line group as a whole, you guys know how we feel about Logan Hall in this channel. We're hoping he can just be somewhat consistent, hold his ground in the run game, hold up blockers and be somewhat of a factor on pass rush situations if he's in the game. Just not be a liability. I think that's the biggest thing for him going into his third year. That's what we're hoping for Logan Hall. But then the backups, I really like, some of the guys in this group. Greg Gaines comes back as a consistent, player that can help in the run defense, also provides some, push to the pocket. William Golston, still a very good veteran, savvy player. You have Mike Green, who played some, especially early on in the season last year when Calijah Kancey was out. So you want to see him continue to develop, and maybe he takes a step forward. Then you have some younger guys like Ernest Brown, the fourth. I'm really intrigued to see what he does. Eric Banks, CJ Brewer, Judge Culpepper. All of these guys look intriguing, especially this preseason. They're going to be fun to watch and see if any of these guys can challenge, for the sixth defensive line spot, or, maybe, just stay on the practice squad or potentially make the team. That's going to be very intriguing. But obviously, the highlights for this group starts with Calijah Kancey and Vita Vea. I feel they're going to be a problem for a lot of offenses this season, and that's only going to make the Buccaneers defense that much better. So it's going to be really fun to watch both of these guys just wreak havoc every week, especially when you have the speed and then you have the power combo of both of them, using that to their advantage. And we'll see, what type of things they've added, this season, especially with Vita Vea being in better shape, just being more stronger and more physical. Calijah Kancey adding some weight to his frame and getting more stronger up front too. So that will be, really something just to keep your eye on early in the season and see how much of a force they can be moving forward. But with that said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts of the Buccaneers defensive line room or position group. What do you guys think of Calijah Kancey and Vita Vea? Are they going to be a problem this year for a lot of offenses, or how do you see their season playing out? And with that said, until the next one.